Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends What If series, Captain Carter. Now, I've made it no secret, I'm not a huge fan of the What If figures. Um, as anybody who's watched this knows, 99.9% of my Marvel Legends are MCU based, meaning real life versions of real people. I picked up this one because, number one, I felt as though the odds of ever getting an actual movie based Captain Carter was slim. And number two, if you're going to have the Hydra Stomper, you kind of need Captain Carter. Now, another thing I'm sure you've realized is that I am brutally honest when it comes to reviewing these figures. So strap in, hold on, and prepare for something interesting. As always, we're going to start with the accessory. We're going to move on to the figure, look at her, check her articulation, or lack thereof, gear her up, and not put her on the shelf. You'll see what I mean in a bit. So, accessory. She comes with the Union Jack shield. Much like the Captain America shield, although this one is awfully small. The Union Jack is painted in there really well. No paint mishaps on this edge. We do have white all around the actual edge and white in the back, which to me just feels like a miss. Straps are the same as what you get with the Captain America shield. Moving on to the figure, we're going to start at the top and work our way down. So, head sculpt. It's a good looking sculpt. It really is. The eyes are in there really well. Lips are painted in there. Hair is sculpted magnificently. Except for one little bit of flash back here on the back that I just noticed. Flash being excess from the injection molding process. Plastic is shot through a channel, which goes into individual cells containing multiple parts. The point where it comes from the channel into the mold, if it's not cut clear, you end up with excess flash. Also, the point where the mold opens is another point where you can get excess flash. Now, all in all, the head is magnificent. Coming down to the uniform, Union Jack is painted in there quite well. Little bit of paint mishaps over here. Shoulder straps are in there quite nicely. Okay, so the uniform has a blue base, as did Captain America's. It has red and white accenting on it, as did Captain America's. The belt, molded, sculpted perfectly. A little bit of paint detail on the buckle. She has a shoulder strap system. Comes around to the back to a painted buckle system. Paint along the bottom of the thighs here, done well. Boots look good. Yeah, they look good. Even the gloves. Well, let's come up here to the arms. I did neglect that there is red and white on the inside of the forearms. Gloves, beautifully done. Got a fist on that side. Got a C-gripping hand over here. Not bad. Articulation. Now, because of this hair, she does not look up. She will look down. She's got just a little bit of tilt, but once again, you're fighting the hair. And even the rotation is obstructed slightly by the hair. Arm will hinge up to 90 degrees. It will rotate all the way around. Bicep cut for articulation. Double jointed pinless elbow. Has a fantastic range. Hand rotates. Horizontal hinge on the left hand. Horizontal on the right hand. She has a torso cut that allows her to bend forward that far. Back that far. Got some good tilt to it. And rotation. Legs kick out this far. Not bad. Forward. Really well. Side cut for rotation. double jointed pinless knee. Yes, this is a pinless figure with double joints. I do love that. It's great. Okay. There is no boot cut. The foot will hinge back? None. Will hinge forward? None. Because of this over sleeve, you can move the foot forward, but it's not far enough for it to actually initiate another detent. It just right back. Front facing pin for rocker. So, my earlier statement about the lack of articulation applies to this right here. You cannot get the feet adjusted forward far enough for her to actually stand. She just topples. So without modification, cutting some of that sleeve off of the boot, it takes an act of God to get her to stand up. We're going to go ahead and gear her up with her Union Jack, which is simply the arm slips through the back straps. And then you have even more weight that will not hold up on top of her legs. So, yeah, fun times. I almost had her there for half a second. Screw you, Sharon. Well, that's going to conclude our review on this one, because if I can't get her to stand up, I'm not putting her on the shelf to knock over everything else. I will do some modifications later on, see if I can get her attached to a stand in a way that will keep her upright. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.